Let's look at the larger issue first, based on what
you.
the Supreme Court has said,
Yeah.
which I think is this: in a democratic form of governance, the real power of administration must rest on the elected arm of the government. How does this observation strengthen not just the Delhi government, but our federal polity and the basic structure of our democracy?
Well, Vishnu, first of all, this is a landmark judgment. It's a historic judgment. And we at the Aadmi Party wholeheartedly welcome this. We salute the Supreme Court for this big victory of Delhi, for this big victory of democracy. And I think it is a victory of Arvind Kejriwal and Aadmi Party's perseverance for the last 8 years. Let's rewind back to the May of 2015 when this whole issue started, and that is when the differences of opinion and clashes between the elected government and the Lieutenant Governor's office started happening. It was in the month of May 2015 that a notification was issued by the central government taking away the services, that is the administrative power of Delhi, an administrative control over the officers of Delhi, and gave this power and this control to the Lieutenant Governor. And ever since that, over the last 8 years, you have seen that there has been a constant, this turf war between the elected wing of the government and the Lieutenant Governor. Today, the Supreme Court, in no uncertain terms, in an unequivocal manner, in a unanimous judgment, 5-0, has said that it is the elected government of Delhi that has complete control over the administrative machinery, has control over the officers, the transfer posting of the officers, the disciplinary proceedings against the officers, and the accountability of the officers is towards the elected government and not the Lieutenant Governor. And I think that is at the core of India's democracy. The hijacking of this administrative machinery by the central government's appointee, a parachuted, unelected person called the Lieutenant Governor, was anti-democratic from the first day. And it took us, unfortunately, 8 long years to get the pronouncement like this. But ultimately, quite frankly, finally, after hearing what the Supreme Court has said today, I can, say this without any hesitation, that we can finally breathe. We feel that finally it's the people of Delhi and the elected representatives of Delhi that have won, and the BJP has lost. It's a big lesson for BJP also, Vishnu, that they should not try and disturb this fine balance of power that the constitution has provided between the center and the states, and also a lesson for them to understand that this regular sort of fetish to undermine elected governments is neither good for democracy nor good for the BJP's own politics, and that is what the Supreme Court has said today.